Well, Leigh, thanks again for sitting down with us. We're close to hitting the halfway mark of the League Two season. How do you feel it's gone so far for Matt and the team?
Yeah, pretty good. I think we're 5 or 6 points below where I think we should be, but we're in a position where we can challenge, and I think we will in the second half of the season. So yeah, I mean, I think Matt would say the same. I think we're 5 or 6. We've left 5 or 6 points out there on the pitch that we should be in the playoffs now, but we're close enough to be in contention. So I'm satisfied with that. I'm a lot more comfortable now than I was last season. I think the squad is stronger. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with things at the moment. Though, as I mentioned, I think we should be 5 or 6 points better off.
We're coming up to the Christmas period, which is notorious for being, the most hectic part of the football calendar. Yeah. If the team can come through that in a good light, it gives us a really good platform to move into January, doesn't it?
Well, it does. I mean, we've got to come through the Christmas period with a good return and points, and then I think we'll be in a strong position. We should be. I think the squad's capable of doing it. We've seen us play really well this year, and we've shown what we're capable of doing. But yeah, we've got to be consistent. Can't go and beat Port Vale comfortably. I mean, played very, very well, and then not play so well against Carlisle. I want to see that consistency. But I might say what Matt would say. But I think we can challenge, and I expect us to with the squad that we've got. So I think we should be, and I'm certainly expecting us to.
Yeah. On the topic of moving into January, the transfer window seems to be the more complex one in January. So football personnel, when they talk about it, but are you expecting us to be active and competitive in that market? Yeah,
I mean, I think I wouldn't expect us to be massively active, because I don't think we need to be. I think you might see 1 or 2 players come in. I'm not anticipating losing anybody. You never know. This is a fluid situation, but I'm not anticipating that. We might have to bring 1 or 2 reinforcements in specific positions that Jamie and Matt will agree. Could we do that? Yes, we could. But I think our squad is good. I like the stability of it, and I think it's capable of getting there without any additions. But if they want a couple more, we could certainly look at that. And I'm not anticipating losing anybody at this stage, but you never know. I'm not anticipating that.
And then, almost away from the on the pitch sort of things, COVID cases are now certainly on the rise again across the country, and you're seeing it heightened more so in football because of how publicly displayed it is. How is the club faring on that front in regards to all aspects of the club?
Well, I mean, so far so good. I mean, we've lost a game tomorrow against Swindon because Swindon have got an outbreak. We haven't, but that is no reason to be complacent or smug. I think this virus can attack any club, and if you look at the most protected clubs in the country, in the Premiership, they seem to have the least problem. It's really strange. We take precautions. We're careful, particularly the training ground, with the way that we behave. We've not lavished out on huge Christmas parties. We've been extremely careful. But nevertheless, the likelihood of an outbreak in football clubs seems to be pretty high. So does that concern me? Actually, it does. I think I do not want us to go back to playing in front of nobody apart from myself, which is, mentioned before, is a miserable experience. So I think it's something we have to be really careful about. I think there's inevitability that there will be disruption to fixtures in the coming month. We certainly lost Swindon tomorrow, which is a shame because, we're having just won 3-0 at home against Colchester. We have a bit of momentum, and I know the team are really disappointed we're not playing tomorrow. But that's life at the moment. So I am concerned about it. But we've got to. The only thing we can do is protect ourselves as much as we possibly can, and without sounding like a politician or get jabbed, and makes life a lot easier for us. But we'll have to deal with the consequences. But I hope this goes away as quickly as it's come. But it is a concern.
And something that we're seeing a lot of teams, especially higher up the pyramid, do at the moment is introducing those COVID passes and those COVID passports to get yourself into a game. Is that something that we as a club would look to be doing as well?
Not at the moment, no, because we don't have to. I mean, we'll be guided by the direction that we're given from government, and we're an all-seater stadium, which helps. If we weren't all-seater, then I would be concerned. We are all-seater. We have crowds that are less than 10,000. That's really an advantage, but in this particular situation, that is an advantage. And we have applied for our capacity to be reduced to just below 10,000 to avoid the requirement for COVID passes. So at the moment, we're not going to do that. We don't need to do that. That advice might change as things progress, and if we don't get control of this virus, then that would be a consideration and a concern. But at the moment, I'd expect the fans to follow the guidance we issue. But there is no requirement to have COVID passes, and I certainly won't unilaterally impose it upon the club without having guidance from the government or the EFL to do so. But who knows what January will bring.
It's exactly that. It's almost a moving target at the moment. So it's all about the club continuing to do what they've done in the past and show adaptability to this situation.
Yeah, we've got to do all the right things. Masks around the place now. We've changed the training ground again to make it social distance. We're restricting the number of people that can use the gym. We're sending the players out into the open air more. We're doing things that here, like keeping windows open and doors open that would keep closed. So we're doing all the right things. I do a temperature check. I do a lateral flow test every day because I'm obviously around the club and around the training ground. So we do all the things that are right. But it seems to me, and I mentioned, we do all the right things, but it doesn't guarantee you anything. If that was the case, why is the Premier League losing more games than they won the League Two? So I think we will continue to do the right things. If we have to step it up, we will do. At this moment in time, we will not be doing, but it's constantly under review because this is changing very quickly.
And on a final note, we're a week away from Christmas Day now. We're approaching it. Have you got a message for the fans as we approach that festive period?
Well, as you'd expect me to have, I think. I thank you for we're not halfway through the season yet, but we're getting close. It's been a decent first half. I mean, we're not, as I said, we're not quite where we are. We want to be, but we're not far off. So we're set fair. Thanks for the support that we've had in the first 20 odd games. I'd like to see us step it up in the second half. But to everybody out there, from me and from the Walsall Football Club, have a great Christmas. Stay safe, do the right thing, and let's all meet back in the first game back in the new year, and all safe and well, and get the stadium full. So, Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you.